Welcome to Curtis Goes Corner, coming to you from a secret underground base in occupied America. Hi folks, welcome back. From Fox News, pro-choice protesters descend on Coney Barrett's home with blood and dowel props. Now, where is the Attorney General, the ex-candidate for the Supreme Court, Merrick Garland? Is this his way of saying F you for screwing me over in the seat? That's the way he sees it. Some of these pictures are just really disgusting, and when some of the girls say it's just so off the hook, these people are just like little tiny robots. It's amazing to me. It reminds me, I mean, I'm going to be perfectly frank here. I'm not saying that these protesters are Nazis, but it reminds me very much of the Hitler Youth of the 1930s, and also after Mao Zedong's little red book kids. They're like little robots. It's really, really scary and sad both. Pro-choice protesters have become more common following a leaked draft opinion signaling SCOTUS might overturn Roe v. Wade. I'd like to find out who the leaker is, which justice this individual worked for. My gut tells me it's Sotomayor, even though I don't think she was part of it. Honestly, I don't. Let's read on. Before we go into the meat of the story, I want to thank everybody for subscribing. My new subscribers have really jumped lately. And thank you to my old subscribers that have hung with me all this time. Anybody that could share any of the links in any of my videos on your social media or email them to friends and family or anywhere you can would really help my watch hours. I'd appreciate it. Now back to the story. Pro-choice protesters congregated outside Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett's Virginia home on Saturday, dressed in clothing appearing to be soaked with blood and holding doll baby toys. Abortion on demand and without apology signs held by members of the group Rise Up for Abortion Rights read on Saturday as they stood outside Barrett's home in Falls Church. Now, there's at least two federal laws that I know of that they've broken. Intimidating jurors and or judges, in this case federal judges, is a federal offense that nobody's even been charged and released. Not one has been arrested. That speaks volumes, folks. The protesters are armed with baby doll props and were wearing pants that appear to be soaked in blood to show a future of forced births if the Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade. Oh my gosh. Protesters erupted outside the conservative Supreme Court justices' homes in recent weeks following the leaked Supreme Court draft opinion signaling the nation's highest court might overturn Roe v. Wade. Now, here they are. Look at this. Now, they don't have their little baby dolls out yet. But I mean, look at the fake blood. These people are sick and disgusting. We're not even talking about the abortion issue, pro, against, pro-choice, pro-abortion, pro-life, anything you want, any side you want to take. This is disgusting. And they look like the majority of these are all really young women. It's amazing to me. Absolutely amazing. I'll make this statement because it's perfectly 110% true. The overturning of Roe v. Wade does not make abortion illegal in the United States, period. It puts the question of regulation of abortion, if any, on the states. And I live in upstate New York. Unfortunately, I'm in New York, not New York City, thank God. So even the little tiny towns that are very conservative up here have to go along with the ultra progressive abortion laws here. And I mean, look at them. Now, we're going to see here, we aren't incubators. Youth procession delivered baby dolls like Amy Coney Barrett. We aren't protesting to change the minds of women hating fascists. We're calling on the pro-choice majority, on you, to get in the streets to stop SCOTUS from overturning Roe. They're a little very clever. We aren't protesting to change the minds of the women-hating fascists. In other words, we're not here to intimidate judges. Well, you can do this protest anywhere. You're doing it in front of their homes because you want to intimidate their vote. And that is against federal law, and you all should have been arrested just for that. Not even counting disturbing the peace. obstructing traffic, whatever you want. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Your neighbor says, post-Roe, we say hell no. Hey, hey, ho, ho, the handmaiden has got to go. What they forget, though, in The Handmaid's Tale, and I've seen all the episodes, pretty grim stuff, but it's really well made, I'll give them that, is the fact that these women were impregnated by force, against their will. No one's stopping you from not getting pregnant. Jane's Revenge, that's the group that's been firebombing and destroying clinics that help women that want to either keep their babies or give them up at birth to adoption agencies. And there's been 24, I believe, 24 that they've counted so far. And they claim responsibility and take joy in the fact that they did it. I mean, look at this. They got dolls thrown in the road, like dead babies just laying. These people suck so bad.
So now that you put these outfits on, does it make you feel any kind of way?
It makes me feel terrified.
But also powerful. And like we're doing something important because this is how a lot of women, this is what a lot of women are going through. People are actually dying and bleeding out because they can't get a safe abortion.
And this is the terrifying visual of what America is going to look like. It's the terrifying visual that children are giving birth to children. They're being forced to against their will.
Hell no! Post-Roe! Hell no! Overturn Roe! Hell no! Post-Roe! Hell no! Rise up for abortion rights! For abortion rights! Rise up! Rise up! Rise up for abortion rights! For abortion rights! Rise up! Rise up! Rise up for abortion rights! For abortion rights! Rise up! Rise up for abortion rights! For abortion rights! Rise up!
We will never stop, back down, slow down, or retreat. We do not want this, but it is upon us. We must deal with it proportionally. We exist in confluence and solidarity with all others in the struggle for complete liberation. That just comes right out of Mao's little red book. It's amazing to me. But here's the main thing that I'm really upset about, besides enough already to be upset about. This is about attacking the criminal justice and the justice system at its heart. Here you are, a judge, we'll say at a local town, a small town, and there you are, you have to worry about what protests you're going to get because you made a ruling on a certain case. How about being on a jury? I've been on juries before. It was a vehicular assault charge many years ago, and I remember it took about a week. Now, can you imagine if there was people protesting in front of my house or outside the courthouse or as I walked into the courthouse as a juror? That's insanity. That's juror intimidation. That's what they do in third world countries, in Soviet countries, I might add. That's incredible. I won't read this whole thing here. I will leave a link in the description to the actual whole video. It's just amazing. So faith healers have since called on the Department of Justice to investigate. You know what? They suck too. There's always going to be politics involved when there's humans, but the FBI, the DOJ in general, has gotten so far left, at least that's what it appears to be, and they're weeding out, according to some anonymous tips, conservative FBI agents, conservative DOJ prosecutors. It's just amazing to me. You know, this reminds me of in Star Wars, in episode 3, when the Emperor gave Order 66, and unbeknownst to the Jedi, all the clone troopers were on the side of the Empire and the Emperor and killed all the Jedi and took over. They infiltrated the military and had the power and might to take over. I know Star Wars is not real life, but this sure as hell does look like it. Let's hope we can overcome it. Until the next time, God bless, goodbye, and good luck.